Time is the blessed movement of all things within themselves. Time is the great mandala of the moving universe. Chapter 4, entitled The Mandala of Time. Time takes us away from the concepts of all things that we are, the leaves, and leaves us with the only essence of our awareness. Hence, the only lasting concept that we keep about ourselves is that we see and feel, and in that phenomena there is a certain energy around the varying personalities developed at different times. Youth, maturity, and old age. The only continuity that exists between them is that of perception and the insight impressed upon the mind. We are what we understand, and the I is the center of fulfillment. Therefore, to understand what we are, we must understand the nature of time and perception, and that the one is also the other. For they have as their being the movement of life, and they both are the movement and all it entails. Time and perception. These are the mandalas of self. They are the sacred circle of everything that is. Time is the ever-moving, and there is only one thing that moves, and that is love. Therefore, time is love. To understand this is to be freed from every sorrow and to see it perfectly clearly, with perfect clarity, the relationship of the I and the most not I, and the darkness and the light. One realizes that the phenomena of the ego is also the phenomena of the universe. Both the I and the other blend into one, and the one becomes into the vast realization that love is not only something apart from one's being. It is not something given to another, for there is no other. It is not something that one gives or produces, although that too is a part of it. It is the very good essence of the universe. It is the primal good. It is the primal good which is utterly beyond one's attempt to do good. The idea of doing good is the concept of doing evil. The good is not something to be done, but realized. If you do one thing, you can do another. But the realization of good brings an end to self-consciousness and conformity, authority, and division. In an hour of the flaming seed, the other is also I. Destruction of any man's potential is also a destruction of my own. And when any man's freedom is curtailed, mine is limited. And at the same time, when the mind of anyone bursts forth into the bright flame of creativity, the whole world is enlightened. The accomplishments of the individual also of those of the mass. Even what I imagine to be my own unique insights and creations is in fact outcome of thousands of years of human thinking. I, in the echoes of my dreaming, imagine but the archetype. All the desires of the human race lurk within our dreams. We are not separate as we usually believe. Yet to achieve understanding, I must separate myself from all the definitions by which I call myself, my name, nationality, and religion. I must look at myself and my people as though I were a stranger. Paradoxically, I must separate myself from myself in order to see myself. I see the price of separation. Thoughts congeal beyond the self. Intelligent thoughts can enter the mind only when there are no longer any taboos, inhibitions, or prejudices. Hence, I must stand aside even from any higher self, which is only the desire and expectation of society. I must discard the concept of higher and lower, and exalted and depraved, and find that truth which lies in the center of the world. In the hour of awakening, I realize that things must become even as they have become. All things survive according to their nature. Understanding myself, it seems that the whole world is enlightened. How I see the world is what I am. When I realize that the condition is what I find myself are also me, I forsake all grief and blame, all resentment and despair. I am mature in the acceptance of things the way they are. Yet in this acceptance there is neither apathy nor submission, but a great responsibility for change. Love, which alone knows things the way they are, is the only basis for this change, and love is itself the transformation of the world. In the depths of compassion is the height of all things. I see the world now from the eye of an eagle, from the window of the spacecraft, and the earth, which in my youth appeared so vast, so incomprehensible, is now but a tiny sapphire, a blue rose in the garden of space. Its appearance has utterly changed, for now its mountains, which I once saw as obstacles, are seen to be only beautiful markings on the pattern of its face. When things become relative, they appear in a different light. The mountains and the valleys, the highs and the lows, are but varying dimensions of a single moving globe. I realize now that beneath all things there is both sorrow and exaltation. Everything I feel is also feeling of the universe. I am not alone. The same suffering and pleasure exists beneath all things. Even the earth has known exuberance and desolation. The movement of time is constantly bringing before our eyes ever-changing images. The face, the sunset, the idea, all are images of certain moving truth. The beauty of the image exists only in movement, for its beauty and its value exists only in its ability to move us into new perceptions. Insofar as it does not arouse a new appraisal of things, it has no value whatsoever. Its beauty exists in dying, and its value in constant change. The image that ceases to die becomes the golden idol, and when the idol becomes too precious, all its inner vitality is lost, and it becomes the object of false hopes and desires. We must never cling to images, but appreciate their beauty and leave them behind. This is what it is to die and to be born again each day.